right, you will need to know these terms. So we've talked about elements, we've talked about atoms, we've talked about compounds. Now you have a new term, and this is an actual scientific chemical term. It's called a substance. Substances are either elements or compounds, okay? You can take substances and you can mix them together, all right? But then they're not substances anymore. Substances are either elements or compounds. When you take elements and or compounds and you mix them up together, you get something called a mixture. And a mixture is no longer a substance, okay? This is an important thing. I think I'll probably give you an assignment on being able to distinguish this stuff. Now, when we have mixtures, we can have a couple of different types of mixtures. We can have homogeneous mixtures, or homogeneous, prefer to pronounce both ways, which means that mixture is the same throughout. If you take a spoonful of that mixture and set it aside, and then you get a different spoon and you get another spoonful of that mixture, those two mixtures are going to have the exact same amount of substance in them, the exact same ratio, okay? It's all the same throughout. Another word, a good example of this is salt water and sugar water. Okay, when you stir up salt water, I don't know why you do this, but if you have water and you put some salt in it, you stir it up, and you take a sample, once it gets dissolved, you take a sample of that salt water out and set it aside, and then you take another different sample, you'll find that the amount of salt in each sample is the same. Okay, that makes it homogeneous. And another name for homogeneous mixtures is a solution. Okay, a solution is not a substance. A substance is only elements and compounds. Sugar will do the same thing in water, make a solution. The other option for a solution is for it to be heterogeneous. Homo means same, hetero means different. Hopefully that helps you. So a heterogeneous mixture is something that is not the same throughout. You don't have the same amount of substance in every sample you take out. So a good example of this would be vegetable soup, right? If you have vegetable soup, you take a spoonful of vegetable soup, and in that spoonful you might have a potato and 2 carrots, okay? And you eat that spoonful down, and then you grab another spoonful, but in this spoonful you might have an onion and a carrot and a potato. It can be totally different. That means it's heterogeneous. Another good example is trail mix. If you like that trail mix, you know, my favorite trail mix is the stuff with the M&Ms in it, okay? And you get a handful of trail mix out of that, and you look at it and you're like, what, only 1 M&M? Well, that's a total ripoff, right? But you know, once you eat that handful, when you get another handful, that handful might contain 4 M&Ms, and that's way better, right? So different samples will contain different amounts of substances. That means it's heterogeneous, okay? But again, a heterogeneous mixture is a mixture. That is not a substance. Substances are only elements and compounds.